Imagine risking your life in a world packed with lava pits, spike traps, and fireballs, just to rescue someone who thanks you with a slice of cake. Mario's heroic reputation hides a life of constant peril, empty thank yous, and never-ending quests that repeat game after game. He's not just the world's most famous plumber, he's the guy who keeps running headfirst into danger, all for a reward that never really changes. Why does Mario, gaming's most famous plumber, keep diving into life-threatening worlds for a single slice of cake? And what about his total dependence on power-ups just to get through the day? The truth is, being Mario means living with hazards most of us can't even imagine. And it all starts the moment he takes his first step. The price of heroism. Why Mario's life is constant danger. Stepping into Mario's shoes means signing up for a world where danger is just part of the daily commute. Picture this. You leave your house and immediately dodge a fire-spitting plant popping out of a pipe. You cross the yard, and the ground crumbles away, dropping you toward a pit of lava. That's not a bad day in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's just the norm. Even the platforms that look stable can betray you, whisking you straight into a wall of spikes or vanishing under your feet. It's like playing The Floor is Lava, but the lava is real, and there's always something new trying to take you out. The world itself is relentless. Bright colors and cheery music might fool you for a second, but every inch of Mario's path is loaded with traps. The ground is unreliable, platforms are booby-trapped, and sometimes the sky itself sends trouble your way. Clouds with faces, flying turtles, and Lakitu tossing hazards from above. There's no safe zone, no quiet corner where Mario can catch his breath. Even the blocks, the supposed helpers, can turn on him with a well-timed thwomp or a surprise enemy hiding inside. Then there are the enemies. Goombas shuffle along like they're just running errands, but one misstep and you're toast. Koopas bring their own armor and turn into spinning shells that ricochet unpredictably. And if you think you're getting a break, think again. Every level just swaps out one group of enemies for another, all ready to end Mario's run at the slightest slip. You might think Mario's got a fighting chance thanks to all those power-ups, the mushrooms, fire flowers, and stars. But here's the catch. Those boosts are temporary, and Mario without them is, frankly, underpowered. As Gamarant puts it, without them, Mario is fairly useless in a fight. The Super Mario movie even doubled down on this, showing that Mario and Luigi needed a star's power just to stand a chance. If his enemies ever got their hands on the same power-ups, Mario wouldn't last a minute. So every step is a scramble to grab the next mushroom or flower before the odds turn against him again. And sure, he gets extra lives, but those can vanish in a hurry if he can't keep finding power-ups. It's not like he's got an endless supply, run out, and it's game over, no matter how many coins he's collected along the way. There's no pause button, no chance to regroup. As soon as one level ends, another begins, each one more dangerous than the last. Even when Mario finally defeats Bowser, the victory is short-lived. There's barely time for a slice of cake before the next threat pops up. Maybe it's Bowser Jr., maybe it's Wario, or maybe it's just another castle that turns out to be the wrong one. That's another thing. Mario's not exactly the best planner. How many times has he rushed into a castle, fought through every trap and enemy, only to find out he's in the wrong place? Sorry, Mario, but our princess is in another castle. Over and over, he's sent back to square one, repeating the same quest because he dove in without a roadmap. It's like he's stuck in a loop of impulsive heroics, never quite learning from the last wild goose chase. All this effort, all this danger, and for what? The price of Mario's heroism is more than just bruises and close calls. It's a life spent dodging disaster, always one misstep away from starting over. But the real sting comes when you look at what he's actually fighting for. Because sometimes the biggest cost isn't just the danger, it's what waits for him at the finish line. Unreturned love and the curse of repetition. There's another side to Mario's struggle that goes beyond all the fireballs and falling platforms. He isn't just running for his life. He's running after someone who never really meets him halfway. Mario's main motivation, game after game, is rescuing Princess Peach. He battles through every world, faces all manner of danger, and what does he get for his trouble? Usually, it's a polite thank you and maybe a slice of cake. That's the extent of it. After all the chaos, Peach's response is as minimal as it gets. In Super Mario 64, for example, Mario crosses 15 massive worlds, defeats Bowser, and finally finds Peach. Her greeting? "Thank you, Mario. Here's the cake I baked for you." That's the whole reward. No hug, no real sign of deeper appreciation, just cake and a quick thank you before she walks away. The relationship dynamic here is pretty clear. Mario's the one risking everything, but the emotional payoff is almost non-existent. Peach's reaction is so understated, you start to wonder if she even notices the effort. There's no big celebration, no sense that Mario's sacrifice really means something to her. It's not that she's ungrateful, she just doesn't show much more than the bare minimum. Meanwhile, Mario's left standing there, cake in hand, right back where he started. Now, think about Luigi for a second. He doesn't get caught up in this endless cycle of rescues. Instead, he's off ghost hunting in his own mansion, starring in his own adventures, and actually getting recognized for his achievements. Luigi's side gig is a whole different world. He gets to be the hero without the same exhausting loop. While Mario is always on call for another round of Bowser's chaos, Luigi enjoys a break from the grind and a shot at some real acknowledgement. But for Mario, the cycle never stops. Every game, the same story plays out. Bowser kidnaps Peach, Mario sets off to save her, and after a long journey, he gets a brief thank you before the whole thing resets. In classic 2D Super Mario games, the same 8-world formula repeats. Bowser kidnaps Peach, Mario traverses 8 worlds to rescue her. Then it resets. The settings might change and the power-ups might look different, but the core mission never moves an inch. There's no lasting victory, no final happy ending. Mario's life is stuck on repeat, running the same quest over and over with no chance to step off the treadmill. This isn't just a gameplay thing, it's a grind that would wear anyone down. Imagine pouring all your energy into helping someone, only to have it all erased the next day with barely a nod for your efforts. That's Mario's reality. The lack of real emotional connection or closure just adds to the exhaustion. It's not just the physical danger that gets to him, it's the emotional burnout from living the same story with no real reward. And while Mario's loyalty is never in question, he'll drop everything to save Peach, no matter how many times she's taken. The imbalance stands out. He's always the one giving, always the one putting himself on the line, but the return is almost nothing. It's a one-sided relationship, and it's hard not to feel for the guy. So while everyone might see Mario as the unstoppable hero, the truth is a lot tougher. He faces the same dangers, fights the same battles, and chases the same thank you again and again. It's a cycle that never really ends, and the emotional toll is just as heavy as the physical one. But even after all that, there's another side to Mario's story, one that goes beyond danger and unreturned love. Because when you look past the fame and the heroic jumps, being the Mushroom Kingdom's star isn't all it's cracked up to be. When you break it down, Mario's world is a grind of constant danger and quick fixes. He's beaten Bowser only by leaning on superstars and mushrooms. Without those power-ups, he's defenseless. Then, when he's not saving Peach, he's suddenly a doctor, a racer, or a tennis pro. Nintendo officially lists 7 careers for Mario, so it's no wonder he sometimes seems like a character in search of an identity. And even in Mario Kart or the sports games, he's always just average. Not the fastest, not the strongest, just the guy in the middle. It's a tough gig for a so-called hero. If this changed the way you see Mario, hit like and subscribe for more Nintendo deep dives.